Something I gotta confess. What are you doing?
Getting my wine in position to throw in your damn face. Our existence on this earth is a puzzle. I understand what he did, but a lot of what he said, I don't get. Like the sun rises on the just and the unjust alike. Why?
Because Christ was saying that we're all...
Well, that whores will go to heaven before a lot of the righteous?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's not right. Let's face it, Father, we got some major contradictions here.
Any cold pasta?
There was some ziti, but it all got eaten.
The whole tray? From last Sunday? Monsignor Jughead was here.
If you are referring to Father Intintola, yes, he was. He spent the night here.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
The priest spent the night here. What happened?
Nothing.
Where was Anthony?
He was sleeping over at Jason's.
The priest spent the night here. Nothing happened. And you're telling me this because...
You might hear something. Take it the wrong way. His car was out front all night.
What'd you guys do for 12 hours? Play, Name That Pope?
He gave me communion.
Oh, I'll bet he gave you communion.
Tony, it's a multiple choice thing with you. So I can't tell if you are old-fashioned, you're paranoid, or just a fucking asshole. Now, you know what I think, Father? I think that you like the, I don't even know what to call it, the whiff of sexuality that never goes anyplace. I really appreciate everything that you've done for me, Father Phil, truly. But I think you need to look at yourself. Call this an intervention. So I think you have this MO where you manipulate spiritually thirsty women. And I think a lot of it is tied up with food somehow, as well as the sexual tension game. Jeannie, hi. You're putting your roses to bed, huh?
Carmela, hi. Hi.
I haven't seen you at spinning class lately. And I went by, rang the bell a couple times. You weren't home either.
Really?
The other day, I am at the Willowbrook Mall, and I see you going on the down escalator, and I'm yelling, Jeannie, Jeannie. And that's when I realized that it was your sister.
And don't try to deny it. I told you not to let Liliana into my room.
Look at the money they waste on these CD-ROMs. Mindspring, Earthlink, what are these exactly?
One last time from Flake's joint.
Look, don't drag me into whatever bullshit, accommodational pretense you've got worked out with Daddy.
What was that, last night's reading assignment?
You smoking?
What is this, a 3rd degree?
It says with pulp.
You like it with pulp.
Not this much. I like the one that says some pulp. The fuck was that for?
I'll write you up a list.
That's the baby Jesus.
She's marrying a baby? Good luck.
We all do.
What?
I shouldn't be sarcastic.
Be an army of one.
Why be an army at all? How about a veterinarian? Isn't there enough war? He's made some mistakes, and God knows he's got a shitload to learn about life. That does not mean that I'm going to let you send him to the type of school whose whole reason for being is to make him follow orders by instilling fear.
He thinks the world owes him a fucking living!
What could have given him that bizarre idea? Well, let me tell you something. Or you can watch the fucking news. Everything comes to an end. Meadow, honey, you should have been working this summer. If only to feel good about yourself. Get your mind off of Jackie instead of laying out by that pool.
I read, Mom, out by that pool. Probably half the canon.
Is Mary Higgins Clark a part of that group? Because that's what I saw you reading every time I passed by the pool.
Ralphie Cifaretto's horse is sick, and they can't find him. So somebody's got to go down there and pay the vet.
Down where?
The racetrack.
It's a racehorse? So why do you have to go? You bought a racehorse?
No, I didn't buy it.
It followed you home? You sure, Tony? There's not something you want to talk about?
No. Like what? She can do whatever she wants. She's becoming a wonderful woman, calm, smart, beautiful, independent woman that you created. Isn't that what you dreamed about?
Yes.
Is this Mrs. Sopranos?
You have made a fool of me for years with these whores.
No.
The nurse who took care of your mother, who I liked, who I talked to on the telephone about your mother's alopecia and her bowel movements, who you told me came from an agency, who I shared vodka with the night your mother died.
There is not a shred of truth in that.
Why would the cousin make it up? Because she's jealous! Why? Let go of me!
I'm down.
Get your hands off of me! Don't you touch me ever again! Just go away, please! I can't stand it anymore! You know what I don't understand, Tony? What does she have that I don't have? The last year, I have been dreaming and fantasizing and in love with Furio. And he would ring the doorbell. I felt like my heart would come out of my chest. He would smile, and we'd talk, and then you would come down the stairs. And I felt probably like someone who was terminally ill, and somehow they managed to forget it for a minute. And then it all comes back.
Mommy, look at me! Anthony!
For that matter, if this is wrong, why did God put this man in my life?
Is it God that put him there? Or is there a particular need you have right now?
See, I never understand this. Didn't he put the need there? I'm worried, Aid.
Everybody's worried.
No, I am worried all the time. You are gonna be okay, Tony. Your friends, your kids, all love you. But you are not going to hell. You're coming back here. The minute I met Tony, I knew who that guy was. On my second date, he brought me and my mother each a dozen roses and my father a $200 power drill.
Not the typical story of young love.
And I don't know if I loved him in spite of it. Or because of it.
Who could have built this?
One night in the hospital when it was very touch and go with Tony, he came out of the coma for a minute and he said, "Who am I? Where am I going?" You know, at the time, I didn't know what he meant. Coming here, I feel the same way. We worry so much. Sometimes it feels like that's all we do. But in the end, it just gets washed away. All of it just gets washed away.
What are you doing? It goes in the bank.
We play the free parking rule.
What free parking rule?
Money from community chest and chance goes into the middle. Whoever lands on free parking gets the money.
You show me that in the rules.
Technically, it isn't in the rules, but a lot of people play it that way. It adds a whole new level of excitement to the game.
I don't agree with it.
I worry, Tony, I do. You already got shot. Now you won't even go down and get the paper. Who is out there?
Come on.
What is it? What are the million other possibilities? The FBI waiting to take you away? You eat and you play and you pretend like there's not a giant piano hanging by a rope just over the top of your head every minute of every day.
Number 7 is Sekou.